This head down and legs up. Like this he is doing his yoga. A man facing down, performing yoga with his head down and legs up like this. If at this time, at this particular time, he faces towards west, so he is facing towards west direction. Then in which direction is left hand would be? Then in which direction is left hand would be? So as I told, while facing upside down problem, if we give left, we need to consider it as R. From west to right side, from west to right, from west to plus 90 degrees. So from west to plus 90 degrees, what will come? See here, this will be the west and north, east, south. Going clockwise direction from west to north, so it will be north direction. If I go plus 90 degrees, so the answer for this problem is north. So this is about upside down problem. Let's see some more questions if you have anything left. Okay, this will be the next model of problem, that is model 5, that is clock based problems. Clock based problems. This is also very easiest question. Suppose, let us see here, at 3 o'clock, this will be the hours hand, this will be the minutes hand. So in the clock we are having 3 pointers, minutes hand, seconds hand and hours hand. So let us assume this is also 0 hand. So but in this particular directions problem, we will consider only about hours hand and minutes hand, and we are neglecting the seconds hands of a clock. Why? Because the seconds hands of a clock is continuously rotating. That's why we are not considering the seconds hands. We consider only the minutes hand and hours hand. Suppose at 3 o'clock, the hours hand of a clock is facing in north direction. At 3 o'clock, hours hand of a clock is facing in north direction. At the same time, at 9:30, in this AM and PM both are same. Why? Because in the clock we are visible with only 12 hours. So at 9:30, minutes hand of a clock is in which direction? Minutes hand of a clock will be in which direction? So in order to solve this problem in an easy manner, try to take a compass here. So take the initial point. What is? This will be the clock, and what is 3 indicate? The 3 o'clock will be this will be the 3, and minutes hand will be here, and hours hand will be here. So what is given this one? At this position, hours hand will be at north position. Hours hand will be at north position. If this will be the north, south will be opposite to each other. So south and north both are opposite to each other. This will north. If I go in clockwise direction, what will come? East will come, and south, and this will be the west. Now what he asked here, at 9:30, minutes hand of a clock will be in which direction? So 9 will be here, this will be the hours hand, and 30 will be here, 30, this will be the minutes hand. So he is asking about at 30, minutes hand will be in what direction? It will be in east direction. Let's see in this problem. So what I given this problem is, see here, John put the clock on a table in such a way that 6 p.m. John put the clock on a table in such a way that 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. hours hand, this will be the hours hand, points to north. Hours hand points to north, and in which direction will the minute hand point at 9:15 p.m. 9:15 p.m. So this will be the minute hand. He is asking us to find this position. Let's take a clock here. At 6 o'clock, 6 will be usually here. So this will be facing north. This will be north, means this will become south, and this will become east, and this will be the west. What he is asking us to find, at 9:15 p.m. the minutes hand will be in what direction? So at 15 will be usually here. So 15 minutes will be facing in what direction? West direction. So the answer for this particular problem is west. These are very simple problems. Just we need to remember some basics, then we can easily solve the problems. Next model. So here one more question related to this one. at 8:30 minutes hand of a clock faces east. At 8:30 minutes hand of a clock faces east, and at 3 o'clock the hours hand will be in which direction? At 3 o'clock the hours hand will be in which direction? Let's see here. At 8:30 minutes hand, this will be the minutes hand. So he is facing in east direction. This will be in east direction, and he asks us to find at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock the hours hand will be in what direction? The hours hand will be in what direction? So take a clock here. So at 8:30, so 30 will be usually here. So this will be the minutes hand. So this will be in east direction. Suppose if this will be the east, west will become here, and north will be usually here, and south will be usually here. Next, what is asking the question? At 3 o'clock the hours hand will be in what direction? So 3 o'clock usually here. So hours hand will be in what? North direction. So at 3 o'clock the hours hand will be in north direction. So answer for this particular problem will be north. Let's see one more question if anything left. Okay. At 11:15 minutes hand points to south. Minutes hand points to south. And at 7 o'clock minutes hand will be in what direction? Minutes hand will be at what direction? Let's take a clock here. So 15 will be usually here. So this will be facing south. If this is south, this will become north, and east will be here, and west will be here. Next, what is asking the question? At 7 o'clock minutes hand will be in what direction? So usually 0 hours will be like this, 0 minutes. So this will be in what direction? East direction. So the answer for this problem is east. Okay, this is one more problem. Okay, this will be the next model of problem, that is clock-based problems. It is very similar to the first model of problem. So what he discussed in the first model of problem, I just brief here. So in the first model of problem, he gave the initial position of the person. After that, he will take multiple lefts and multiple rights. At the end, he asks us to find the final position. So in that, what we do, if we are left with left and right, just cancel here. And then we are left with some value, suppose 3R or 3L. So the initial position to that left value, that is 2R means 180 degrees clockwise direction, will get some direction facing at the end position. These are the very similar to the first model problem. Instead of giving the left and rights, he gave 180 degrees clockwise direction, 90 degrees clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, like that he will give in this problem. So try to analyze this problem here. A man stands facing north, so he initially is facing in north direction. After that, it takes 90 degrees clockwise direction plus 90 degrees. So as I already told, plus indicates clockwise direction, minus indicates anti-clockwise direction. So 90 degrees clockwise direction, and then another 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, another 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, and then 270 degrees in clockwise direction plus 270 degrees in clockwise direction, and 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. So minus indicates anti-clockwise direction, plus indicates clockwise direction. Try to remember these points. So what he asking the question is the direction he is facing now. The direction he is facing now. See here, it is very similar to the first model of problem. In the first model of problem also the same thing. He gave the data. So in the first model of problem, left and right are usually getting cancelled. So in this also minus 90 degrees and plus 90 degrees will get cancelled. So plus 270 minus 180, which will be plus 90 will be preserved, plus 90 will be preserved. So from north to plus 90 degrees clockwise direction, or from north to plus 90 degrees. So from north to plus 90 degrees, what will come? So this will be the north. From north to 90 degrees clockwise direction, what will come? East will come. So the direction he is facing now is east direction. Let's see one more similar question, if anything left here. Okay, this will be the next question. A man stands facing west. So initially he is facing in west direction, and after he turns 45 degrees clockwise direction, 45 degrees clockwise direction, and then another 180 degrees in the same direction. Here he didn't give the direction, but he gave it as same direction, which means whatever the initial previous position, we need to consider it as that position. See, the previously was moving clockwise direction, the same direction we need to consider it as plus 180 degrees in the same direction, that is clockwise direction only, and then 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. The direction he is facing now is see here, minus 270 plus 180, so that will be equals to minus 90 plus 45, so that will be minus 45 will be left. So from west direction to minus 45 degrees we need to find the direction. See here, west will be here, this complete half quarter will be 90 degrees. So if we divide this half, this will be 45 degrees and 45 degrees. So we need to go in anti-clockwise direction 45 degrees. So from west to 45 degrees anti-clockwise direction, what will come? This will be the south. The answer is the southwest. This will be the southwest minus 45 degrees. So the answer to this problem is southwest. Let's see some more questions. Okay, this will be the next question. Compass based or direction pole damage. So let's take an example, some basic introduction about this method. While going some new places, and let us assume that you are not aware of that place. In the olden days, what we usually do is we will take a compass, and while taking that compass, we will go. Suppose if I want to go in north direction, I will take the compass and I can check the compass direction and go in that way. But after that